My story. Why am I in a chair with a mic? Let's talk about it. If this is your first time on my page, I know I've started over several times because, I had to figure out myself and put it in a way that it can help others because it's so important that we do this for each other. Not for fame, not for money, but for each other. Because some of us have a purpose in life. And that's why we survived a lot of our trials and tribulations to be able to share our survival of our decisions and what life has thrown at us. So I'm not perfect. So I'm not going to say the perfect things. I watch so many people on there. It seems like they just flow with it and they just say the right things. I guess that's rehearsal, but I'm not rehearsing today. I am trying to tell you that some of us really, really care. And we're in a position to understand that we were born in a negative place in our life and that we need to move to the positive side. And the reason we need to move to the positive side because there are people coming behind us. My kids are behind me. Your kids are behind you. Your neighbor kids are behind you. They're watching you. So we might as well give them something to watch. And while they watch, they can grow. Because they don't ever see us do it. They'll never do it. My story, I was a victim of myself. I was a victim of what I didn't know and what I didn't want to know and not knowing how to go get what I needed to grow and be the better person. It takes a lot to do that. So we were doing this old trial and error thing and suffering thing, as we like to use the power of adversity to be the greatest person we could be. The cost of adversity has a very thin line where it can go left or it can go right. And some of us end up in prison. Some of us end up damaged beyond repair. And then the worst part is we hurt other people. And when we start to understand that, like I understood in my losses via my decision making, that we've been doing it wrong. And we are slowly growing beyond that point of doing it wrong because everybody's trying to share their story. But your story needs to be able to be consumed and utilized with the truth, not the shame and not hiding behind the pain. So when you talk about someone being hurt and someone being damaged, that's two different things. Because a lot of us are hurt, but the damaged people, they live in a whole different lane of life. And I was living in that lane of life being damaged because I was hurt. And I wasn't trying to move myself to the next part because I didn't know. No one told me there was another part. No one told me my life could be better. No one told me that if I accept the decisions that I made and I learn how to be what I want and what I need to be, that would change my whole outlook on life. And that's where I'm at today. I changed my outlook on life through therapy, through mindfulness, through the love of my family, through communications, hardcore communications with people I know, I loved, and strangers. Because you can get a lot from a stranger. All you have to do is take the time out to speak to them. All our lessons, all our answers are in other people. That's why depression doesn't work, because you're sitting in the house and you're hiding, you're not bathing, you're not communicating. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not out amongst people. You need to do that more often. Even as an introvert, you need to take time out to go be with other people. So my story was full of me creating this world that I was almost becoming a hermit because of my decision making. And look at me now. I'm not perfect by no means. What I am is I'm living, not surviving. My story is no different than anybody else's, but I did not want my story to define me and my tomorrow. It explains me today, but it's not the driver of tomorrow. So I just want to take a minute to share that, because I know people see me doing a lot of things, and what you really see in me is living the best life for the rest of my life, because I want that. That comes first. Then everything else falls in place. So I want to take out a few minutes to tell you that. I hope you click on it, and I hope you like what I share, and then share it with somebody else. Because as we know, being on social media, you can just hear a little rant or a little story that you says, hey, I've gone through that. Well, if you keep listening, they'll tell you what they did after they went through it and what they were going to do about it. So, peace. Have a powerful day.